In my opinion, the 2026 NFL Draft is getting a bit of a bad rap as a weaker draft class than in recent years. While it doesn't have the quarterback talent many people were expecting, I do think there is a lot of talent, particularly in the trenches and along the offensive line. This is one of the deeper offensive line classes that I think we've seen in recent years at both tackle and on the interior, and I think there are some really good offensive linemen. One of the players who many people love in this draft class is Miami right tackle Francis Mauigoa. Mauigoa has been a stud since the moment he stepped on the field for the Hurricanes as a true freshman, and today we're going to be discussing him and going over why I think he could be a really solid NFL offensive lineman. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. If you want more NFL draft content like this, be sure to hit the link in the description below where you guys can get full access to my in-depth draft guide. Be sure to comment down below which players you want to see me talk about in a future video, and without further ado, let's take a closer look at Francis Mauigoa. Mauigoa is a player who has been on the minds of college football fans since his true freshman season at the U. He was a 5-star recruit in the 2023 class and was ranked as the number 2 offensive tackle. He was committed to Miami from the beginning, and his older brother was a linebacker on the team who was drafted in the 5th round to the New York Jets. As a true freshman, he started for the Canes and played in 866 snaps. He was solid for a true freshman, still allowing 23 pressures and 5 sacks, but as a sophomore, his consistent play got better and it continued. He allowed just 19 pressures and 1 sack on the year. But so far in 2025, Mauigoa looks fantastic. He has played in just 174 snaps, but has only allowed 3 pressures and 1 sack on the year, going up against some really good NFL talent on the defensive line. I think NFL teams are really going to like his traits and upside, and there's a reason he's viewed as one of the top offensive linemen in this draft class. The first thing that really pops off the screen when you're watching Mauigoa play is his incredible athleticism and explosiveness off the ball. As soon as the ball is snapped, you see Mauigoa explode into his stance. He's got lightning quick feet and has shown time and time again the ability to be a really nice lead blocker. He has really good quickness and speed to climb to the second level and help clear rushing lanes, which I absolutely love seeing from him. That athleticism does show up in pass protection as well, where I felt like he showed really good recovery speed for his size and had the ability to reset his feet super quickly, which I think NFL teams are going to love. In the run game, it's not just the athleticism that you like seeing, but I thought that Mauigoa showed really good power for the position. He is an absolute mauler and has a finisher's mentality, which I love seeing in offensive linemen. He wants to drive guys into the ground, and we have seen that from him throughout his college career. He has a mean streak in the run game, and I love that he isn't afraid to play physical and fight till the whistle is blown, particularly as a run blocker. In pass protection, I really like the hand usage in which Mauigoa plays with. He showed really high-level countering from a college offensive tackle. He did an awesome job of dominating the rep with his upper body and redirecting edge rushers, which is something that is going to play at the NFL level. However, I worry about the lower body strength of Mauigoa. His anchor is very up and down at times, and he struggled against the bull rush. I want to see him do a better job at keeping his feet planted and standing firm in his slides, not being pushed back so easily against more powerful rushers. I also think that Mauigoa can play a bit too high at times. His pad level I want to see be a little lower for the position because I do think it could help him get off the line of scrimmage with a little bit more quickness. I feel like his footwork is also affected by his high pads, and it leads to some errant plays in terms of his anchor like we mentioned. And I think he can get it cleaned up by playing with more lower pads. The other big concern that I do have with Mauigoa, and I think could lead to a position change, is his length. While we don't have official measurements yet, Mauigoa appears to have shorter arms than is ideal for his position, and I do think it hurts him on tape. One of my biggest issues that I noticed time and time again was late hands from him. When he gets his hands up, everything is clean, there's a lot to like, and we mentioned how effective he can be when utilizing his hands. But there are way too many instances where he feels like he is late to get his hands up, and I think some of that may be an illusion because he has shorter arms. There are also so many instances of him allowing defenders to work into his chest. He felt like he had a difficult time dominating the rep and keeping defenders away with his length. And I worry about how that will translate to the next level when he is going up against more speed and more length than what he's dealing with in the ACC. Many people have questioned whether or not Mauigoa makes the transition to guard at the next level, and I do think he could be a very effective guard. While I have him evaluated as a tackle, and I do think that's where he should start his career, I think it gives you some confidence that even if it doesn't work out for him at tackle, he could kick inside and I think be a really good guard. Francis Mauigoa is a player I really like in this draft class. I think he can play anywhere on the offensive line and be effective simply because he's athletic, he's powerful, and he's got really good hand technique. Yes, he could fix his anchor, and I do think the length may hurt him at tackle at the next level, but at the very worst, I think he can be a solid guard. I have him as my number 3 offensive tackle in the draft class, but he's a top 20 overall player. It's hard to find these traits in linemen super often, but I think he can be an absolute star at the next level if he can continue to play at the levels he has shown for Miami. In terms of a scheme fit, I think Mauigoa can play in any scheme. Miami doesn't run a lot of outside zone, but when they do, I think we've seen really good things from Mauigoa. He has the athleticism to be a lead blocker, and obviously we talked about the nastiness as a run blocker. I think he could be really successful there. I think he's a very scheme-versatile offensive tackle that can plug and play in any scheme in the NFL. My pro comparison for Mauigoa is New Orleans Saints offensive tackle Taliese Fuaga. Fuaga was a player I really liked when coming out. A superstar athlete with power in the run game, but some inconsistent overall technique. But since entering the NFL, Fuaga has looked like a future star along the offensive line. He's had a nice start to his career with the Saints, and when I watch Mauigoa on tape, I see a lot of the same traits in the way they move, the power in which they play with, and I do think the size profiles and versatility are also very similar. So that's my comparison for Mauigoa. Francis Mauigoa is a mauler. He blocks with a tremendous amount of power and has some really awesome splash plays on tape. He's not a perfect prospect, but ultimately, I believe that Francis Mauigoa will be a top 20 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.